You bought the key, you bought the case or a capsule, the wheel is spinning. NIP 2014 Catalyst sticker. $26,000 down the drain. Pretty cool. Now here's the part that should genuinely concern you. Some part of your brain is already doing the math on opening another one. And it's not because you're weak, or dumb, or bad with money. It's because that little animation you just watched was designed, and I mean deliberately designed by professionals, to do exactly that. If you saw my last video, you already know the setup. Your brain is addicted to unpredictable rewards. Not good rewards, unpredictable ones. When you don't know if the next thing is gonna be a jackpot or garbage, your brain locks in and pays full attention. That's called variable reward. And it's the most addictive pattern in psychology. It's why horror games hook you. It's why slot machines exist. And it's exactly what's happening every time you open a case. But cases do something a slot machine in a casino quite can't pull off. And that's where it gets nasty. Quick question. Why does the case spin? It doesn't need to. The game already decided what you got the millisecond you clicked. The result is locked. Done. The wheel spinning for 4 seconds afterwards is pure theater. So why is it there? Because of the near miss. Watch what the animation does. It speeds up, then it slows down. And it almost always slows down right as something amazing ticks past. The knife, the rear gloves, it glides past the jackpot. Ding ding ding! And lands one slot away from $1 billion. Here's the evil genius part. Your brain reacts to almost winning almost the same way it reacts to actually winning. And I was so close fires off nearly the same hit of reward chemicals as the real win. And it cranks up the urge to immediately go again. Casinos have known this for decades. They engineer their machines to land just short on purpose, because a near miss makes you play more than a clean loss does. The CS case carousel, it does the same thing. The slowdown isn't there to build suspense for fun, it's there to walk you right up to the jackpot and yank it away the last second and leave your brain screaming, "Go again!" You're not watching a reveal, you're getting worked. Now here's the bit that explains why opening cases feels weirdly empty even when you win. Most people think dopamine is the reward chemical, like your brain hands it out when something good happens. Wrong. Dopamine is mostly about anticipation, the wanting, not the getting. Your biggest chemical spike doesn't come when you see the item, it comes during the spin. That 2 to 4 seconds where it could still be anything. That's the peak, that's the high. Which means the actual prize is almost a letdown by design. The good feeling already happened before you even saw what you got. So the second it's over, your brain goes, okay, that was nice, let's chase that feeling again, and reaches for another key. You're not chasing the knife, you're chasing the 4 seconds before the knife, and those 4 seconds are infinite. Okay, so far it's just loot boxes mess with your head. Every mystery box does that. But CS cases have one feature that drags them across a very specific line. These skins are worth real money. That sounds obvious, but legally it's a whole ballgame. Most definitions of gambling need 3 things. You pay money, the outcome is random, and you can win something of real-world value. Pay money for a key? Check. Random outcome? Check. And because skins can be sold and traded for actual cash on the market, that third box gets a check too. This is exactly why a couple of European countries looked at paid loot boxes, including the ones in Counter-Strike, and straight up went, yeah, that's gambling, and forced them to be changed or pulled. Belgium did it, the Netherlands did it. The thing that set CS apart from a harmless toy in an egg was that the prize had cash value. You could pull back out. And it's not some old, settled debate either. As of right now, there's a lawsuit in New York going after Valve over the entire skin market. One that could genuinely reshape how this stuff works in the US. The loot box industry pulls in something like $15 billion a year. So trust me, a lot of very expensive lawyers are watching. Oh, and the darker layer most people don't clock because skins have cash value, an entire ecosystem of third-party gambling sites grew up around them. Coin flips, roulettes, jackpots, all bet with skins. A lot of people feeding those sites are teenagers who'd never be allowed within 100 feet of a real casino. Pretty funny how that works. So why don't you just stop after the first bad one? 3 little brain bugs working together. 1. Sunk cost. I've already dropped 15 bucks. I can't quit now. I'm due. You're not due. The case does not know or care what you opened before. Every spin is a fresh roll of the dice. But your brain hates walking away from money it's already spent, so it tells you to keep feeding the machine to make it back. 2. It feels harmless because it's cheap. $2.50 for a key feels like nothing. But that low price is the trick. It's designed to feel like nothing, so you do it again and again, and the nothing quietly stacks up into a real number. You'd be horrified to add up. Do me a favor, go add it up. Actually, don't. You're just gonna cry. 3. The flex. Rare skins are status. There's a way to show off in-game where everyone can see your gun. So now it's not just gamble, it's gamble with social reward stample on top. Your brain is getting hit from like 4 directions at once. So no, you're not an idiot for liking this. You're a completely normal person standing in front of a machine that was built, polished, and A/B tested by professionals to find the exact soft spot in your psychology and press it. The near miss, the spin, the cheap key, the flex, none of that is an accident. It's a slot machine that respawns. I'm not gonna tell you never to open a case. They're fun, the animations rip, and sometimes you genuinely hit. Even I open cases sometimes. Just know what it actually is while you're doing it. Open one because it's a laugh, not because your brain whispered that the next one is the one. And maybe, just maybe, pay your rent instead of opening cases. Anyways, don't tell me your inventory value, I don't wanna know.